Good morning, students. So now in this particular section, we will move on to the module number 3, beams and trusses. In this particular module, we are going to discuss how to solve different kinds of numericals related to beams and analysis related to trusses. So now we move on to the first topic, beams. What are beams? Define beams. So generally, the beams are one-dimensional structural members. If you see the beam, any kind of beam, the thing is the length is very large compared to cross-sectional area, breadth and depth. Hence it is called one-dimensional horizontal structural member. It's having ability to carry a transverse type of loads. Hence it is a structural member. It will take the loads from other structural component and it will transfer safely to the columns. So that is the main feature of beam. So these beams are one-dimensional structural member, and the different varieties of supports are responsible to transfer the loads. So once we know the definition of beams, the next thing is types of supports. Depends on support condition, we are having different load transfer mechanism. Hence, what are different types of beams? Basically, the beams are divided as statically determinate beams, and statically indeterminate beams. Statically determinate beams and statically indeterminate beams. Indeterminate beams. What is mean by statically determinate? What is mean by statically determinate? Statically determinate means we know that static equations of equilibrium. That is sigma fx equals 0, sigma fy equals 0 and sigma m equals 0 for planar structures, for planar structural elements. So beam is also a planar structural element, two-dimensional structures. So hence the statically determinate means the beams can be analyzed with the help of equations of statics, with the help of equation of statics or equations of equilibrium. That is sigma fx equals 0, sigma fy equals 0 and sigma m equals 0. Using these three equations, the beam which can be solvable, then those types of beams are called as statically determinate beams. What are the examples for statically determinate beams? The examples for statically determinate beams, examples are simply supported beams. Simply supported beams. What is meant by simply supported beams? That is, the beam rests on two simple supports. The beam rests on two simple support, then we termed as simply supported beams. How these simply supported beams is called as statically determinate? We just observe the things, say A and B. Here simple support means the reactions are VA and VB. What are the total vertical reactions? 2. VA is 1, VB is 2. 1 plus 1, 2. But available equations are 1, 2, 3. Sigma fx, sigma fy and sigma m. Hence these kinds of beams, simply supported beams, or statically determinate beams. Statically determinate beams. So as I stated that types of support, depending on types of support, we are classifying the beams. So the first one is simple support. Simple support. Simple support. Simple support means just like a prop. Only one vertical reaction. One vertical reaction. The second one is hinge support. Hinge support. Hinge support. Hinge support. Hinge support. See, this is VA and HA. This is translatory type of support. VA and HA. There are two reactions. The next one is fixed support. Fixed support. Fixed support is a rigid support. Rigid support. Here we are getting VA, HA and MA. there are three unknown reactions. The available equations are three. Here the possible reactions are three. Hence it's a rigid support. Fixed support is a rigid support. The last one is roller support. Roller support. Roller support is similar to simple support. Similar to simple support. It's also similar to simple support. So only one vertical reaction. So here VA is only vertically resistance. It allow rotation and horizontal deflection. Hence it avoid translation in terms of reactions, but it allow rotation. Here it's a rigid support. It won't allow vertical deformation, horizontal deformation as well as rotation. But this is vertically resistant, but it allows horizontal movement as well as rotation. These are the different types of support. Depending on the support conditions and also type of the thing is structures, equations of statics which can be analyzed with the help of statics, we call as statically determinate. The first example is simply supported beam. The second example is cantilever beam. Cantilever beam. What is meant by cantilever beam? Cantilever means the one end is fixed, other end is free, then we termed as cantilever beam. So at fixed support, how many reactions? There are three reactions. Therefore, VA, HA and MA. Available equations are three. Hence it is termed as statically determinate structure. The third one is called as overhang. Overhang. Few overhang beams are also statically indeterminate. But if you consider this example, this example, you are having VA, VB, only two unknowns. Hence the available equations are three. Hence we termed as this one is statically determinate. Strictly speaking, in your syllabi, you are having only analysis of statically determinate beams. This is very, very important. Simple supported beam, cantilever beam, overhanging beam, one end hinge, other end roller. Hinge two unknowns, roller one unknown. So that is also statically determinate. But if you come to statically indeterminate, these beams cannot be analyzed with the help of equations of statics alone. These beams, these types of beams cannot be analyzed with the help with available equations of statics. It requires additional compatibility conditions. So using these three equations we cannot be solved. It is additional reactions are present. Hence we have to obtain some apply compatibility and boundary condition to solve those kinds of problems. So examples, fixed beam. Example for statically indeterminate beams. Fixed beam, say A, B. So at fixity, we know that there are three reactions. Here also fixity, we know that there are three reactions. Totally 6. This fixed beam is indeterminate of order 3. But available equations are 3. Total reactions are 6. 6 minus 3, 3. These beams are statically indeterminate of order 3. Another example, propped cantilever beam. It's a cantilever beam. At the end support, I am applying a prop. I am providing a prop. It will become propped cantilever beam. AB. Here we know that 3 reactions at fixed support. Hence the total reactions are 4. Available equations are 3. 4 minus 3, 1. Propped cantilever is indeterminate of order 1. This is also not solved using equations of available equations. It requires one additional compatibility condition to make the structure as determinate. Hence it is called indeterminate beams. Clear? Both end hinged. We are having 2 plus 2, 4. It's also statically indeterminate. These are the main different types of beams. Important types of beams. So these are regarding beams. So let us, what we discussed, just we summarize as follows. We discussed what is meant by beam. Beam is an horizontal one-dimensional structural member having ability to take transverse load and having capacity to transfer those loads through column in terms of different types of supports. So what are different types of supports? We are having single support. It is providing only one vertical reaction. We are having hinge support. It's a translatory resistant. It resists both vertical and horizontal axial forces. Two reactions. The next one is fixed support. This fixed support is rigid support. Its reactions is 3, VA, HA and MA, and roller. Roller is axially stiff, vertical, but it allows rotation as well as horizontal motion. Hence it is only one reaction. So these are different types of support. Once we studied what are different types of supports, the next one is different types of beams. Different types of beams are statically determinate beams, statically indeterminate beams. What is mean by statically determinate beams? Statically determinate means the beams which can be analyzed with the help of equations of statics. Sigma fx equals 0, sigma fy equals 0 and sigma m equals 0. We termed as statically determinate. Example, simply supported beam. At both ends only two simple support. Then we termed as simply supported beams. The reactions are 2, available equations are 3. Hence simply supported beams is termed as statically determinate. The next one is cantilever. One end is free, other end is fixed. Then we termed as cantilever beam. At fixity we are having 3 reactions. At free end we are not having any kind of support. So the total reactions are only 3. The available equations are only 3. Hence cantilever beam is also a statically determinate beam. And overhang beam, sometimes it may be statically indeterminate. But in this particular example, VA, VB both are simple support, only 2 equations. The available equations are 3, the reactions are 2. Hence this is also a statically determinate beams. For statically indeterminate, the reactions in beams are more than available equations. See for an example, fixed beam is having 3 plus 3, 6, but available equations are 3. Hence it is statically indeterminate of order 3. Propped cantilever, here also 3 plus 1, 4. Available equations are 3. Hence this is also a statically indeterminate beams. Once we know these particular basics, the next very important thing is what are different kinds of loads can be possibly applied on the beams. Loads on beams. The first one is point load. Point load. Say for a simply supported beam, the possible point loads are this inclined point load or vertical concentrated loads. The second one is uniformly distributed load. Uniformly distributed load or UDL. UDL, simply supported beam. Say W is the intensity of length. Then how to convert UDL into point load? This is very important. When we are reducing this UDL into point load, the concept is just like a UDL means uniformly distributed rectangle. What is the area of rectangle? L into B. Similarly, W into L. What is the centroid of rectangle? Exactly half. L by 2, L by 2. So when we are analyzing the problems, this is the first step. Reduce all distributed loads into point loads. So if point load is given, keep as it is. If UDL is given, convert that UDL into point load. That is the basic concept. How to convert UDL into point load? It's just like a rectangle. What is the area of rectangle? L into B. That is W into L. What is the centroid of rectangle? Exactly half. That is L by 2, L by 2. The next one is uniformly varying load. Uniformly varying load. It's also termed as UVL. UVL, uniformly varying load. So it's a triangular type of loads. Triangle type of loads. Triangle type of loads. L, intensity is W. What is the area of triangle? Half into base into height. Apply here to convert this UVL into point load. What happens? When you are converting into point load, it's the area WL by 2, half into base into height. In triangle, we are having two things. One is apex. The tip of the triangle is called apex. The other far end is base. Base. What is the centroid of triangle? From apex, 2/3 of the length. The centroid of triangle from apex, 2/3 of the length. From base, 1/3 of the length. If we are having total length of L, the centroid of triangle from apex, 2/3 of the length. From base, 1/3 of the length. And the lastly, couples or moments. The possible loads are, say if you simply supported on any kind of beam, M1, M2, clockwise couples or anti-clockwise couples or moments. We consider this particular thing directly in computing of moments. So these are the different loads, possible loads can apply in on the beams. So we discussed so many things. We discussed what are the basics, what is meant by beams, what are the different types of supports, what are the different types of beams, and what are the possible different types of loads are applied on the beams. This provides the basics of beams particularly. So in next class, we'll move on to the numericals. Thank you.